I suddenly get a distant look in my eye, it's because I'm texting somebody over your guys' face. So I do beg pardon if it seems rude.
And we are now on air.
Awesome.
All right, so welcome to Show of Hands Hangout number 11. I went back and counted them, so I don't have to put number parentheses something anymore.
We're scientists.
Yeah. We have 2 new faces. And we'll go through and have everyone just quick say who you are on the app, what you'd like us to call you for right now or during this show, and generally where you're from, however specifically you want to put that. Start with Aylin.
Hey there, I am the white lady. I'm the white lady over there with the blue background. I guess we'll specify there. So I'm Aylin on the app. You can call me Aylin or Alan. I don't know how people pronounce my username actually. So you can call me Aylin, and I have been on the app for I guess since June 20th of 2013, so a bit over a year. Or a year and a half, wow. And I am from Northern Virginia, just outside of Washington.
You are up, sir.
Your turn, Beard Fassé.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because on my little thing, she's next. Well, all right, doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry, those are different orders. We talked about.
We're the hosts.
So do you guys give your real names or stick with your aliases?
Whatever you want.
I just go with my alias because it's easier than my real name, but I've given my real name a handful of times.
It's true. That's true. And there's actually a building here with your name on it.
Ooh.
No kidding.
I am RU1 to be seen on the app. We'll maintain RU1. RU1 too. RU's easy. There you go. I live in Annapolis, just a little ways away from the white lady that's reading a book. And what else were we supposed to tell you? I've been on the app since Tony brought it out initially a million years ago. I took a long break though, and but now I'm back thanks to Julia Guyton, or Firefly and Bob.
That was smooth. Anywhere.
Why I'm not in the FBI. There you go.
Just flying Black Ops.
Yeah, in Cambodia.
What?
I said just flying Black Ops in Cambodia, right?
Yeah, just flying Black Ops in Cambodia.
Cool. All right. Bakes.
I'm iBakes, and you can call me iBakes. I guess I don't know how long I've been on the app. I could check. I think it's like 2 years now. And I live in Nebraska, the most boring state that exists.
Yeah, but it seems like you're never in Nebraska, and you're eating
That's true.
all these, like,
I just go
exotic
to
foods.
conferences and go back to California a lot, so luckily I don't have to spend too much time here.
You know what though? Years
I
ago,
mean, I love living here.
years ago, I had a roommate who was from Nebraska, and she brought us back some steak that was like fresh from a meat farm or whatever. Oh my gosh, it was the best
deeper.
of my life.
Was it an Omaha Steaks?
It was not from Omaha. Like she knew somebody who owned a farm,
Oh.
and like cut the steak for her and packaged it, and yeah, it was mooing like 3 days before we got it. So it was like super duper fresh. But she brings these steaks, and they're like the size of 2 plates. They were oh my gosh, they were the best steaks I've ever had.
Yeah, people take their beef really seriously here. It's like beef and football are the only 2 things that people care about. In the
Yeah, that was pretty much what her life revolved around, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Her claim was that her state was in the very middle of the country. That's what she always reminded people of.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I'm Mama Pomba on the app. I joked one time that you could call me Mama, but that's weird. So just you can call me Julie. That's cool as well.
I would go with Bob. I like Bob better.
Yeah, or Bob. Yeah, that's cool too. But
It's a little weird for me.
Well, there. About people.
we're from we're from Michigan, and I joined in October, September, a few months ago. I'm a noob, but you have Bearded Man and this guy to thank for my appearance on Show of Hands.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! Bearded man.
And then I am Firefly5 on the app. Firefly is actually a lot easier than my real name. My real name's Guyton, but this is just easier, so whatever you want to call me, I've probably heard most of them, and it's probably not going to be the worst thing I've ever been called. I'm also from Michigan, and I've been on the app for a year longer than Julie. Also because of Are you
1, 2,
here
BC.
with a beard?
Yeah.
Trendsetter.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's for sure.
2 out of 4 non-bearded guests are here because of our one bearded guest.
But when I joined, I did not have a beard. So what does that mean?
When you joined, I did.
No, I think I remember that.
Yeah. How about that?
Good days for you.
So we'll start with some. Actually, we have a question from Facepalm. Does your family have any unique or less prominent holiday traditions? I think there was a typo, and I think it's supposed to be prominent. For example, a close friend of mine and her family observe St. Nicholas Day.
What day?
St. Nicholas?
Oh, the dude. Yeah.
The dude. Dude, what is the question?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go look at it.
Or less prominent holiday traditions. So
Let's see here.
Yeah, you go first.
Oh. Ooh. Historically, let's see.
Do you have a beard grooming holiday with your family?
You know, we should. It really should be a national holiday. We all get off work.
I agree.
Alas. So the question is, do we have any weird holiday traditions? Is that the question?
Yeah, more or less.
Man, I'm trying to. I have such a desire to make up a really crazy one right now, but think. Oh, got it. Ha! Got it. All right. My dad, when we were at his house, if we wanted to open a present the night before the day, we had to do push-ups, and we had to do a certain number of push-ups, and if we couldn't do that, we couldn't open it.
Like ever? Or just before?
No, just that night. Yeah, they beat us and left us out in the snow. It was horrible. Like,
I didn't know.
What was that number?
I don't remember. I remember that my stepmother would plead for us as like a defendant attorney. Saying, "Oh, come on, Tim, those are close enough." Yeah.
Aw.
I suppose. Yeah. It was a game. There you go. Somebody else's turn now.
I think.
Family doesn't have any weird traditions. Some people think it's weird that when I was growing up, I never did the opening presents on Christmas morning. We always did it Christmas Eve. And some people think that's weird. Even as a kid, like there was a Santa, but I don't remember how my parents told us what happened, but we never opened Christmas presents on Christmas morning.
Maybe you guys were just like extra good, so he got to your house first.
You were on the early journey. You was like, I gotta get out of Nebraska. Holy cow!
I was just my sister and I were so good.
Back to college already.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think we have any traditions, do we? Not us as a family, I don't think we do. I'm trying to implement a friend of mine at the beginning of the year. Everybody in their family can pick any random day throughout the year, and that becomes their special day. So then they get to like pick where they want to eat, and they get to pick some activity and stuff. But it can't coincide with their birthday, or it's just like some random day. You know what I mean? So then they get to do something fun. I don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to implement?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounded interesting.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
I think the kids might really like it.
Our oldest two are old enough to understand it right now. Our youngest would probably just tear a page out of the calendar.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. You did the whole month. Okay, good.
When I was a kid, so I moved here from Belgium. When I was a kid, we had St. Nicholas Day. But Belgium's a country that looks for excuses to have big meals. So it's not that the holidays have any real. I hate to talk for an entire country, but
It's like this big.
in general, that's true. So myself and the other 12 Belgians out there, no, it's not like
Not Nebraska.
the holidays had any real big personal meaning for a lot of things. It was just like, hey, let's get together and have our family together and eat a bunch of food. And it's November, so let's call that Saint such and such day. It was just kind of how it worked. But there's a town in Belgium, so this is just kind of a fun tradition. There's a town in Belgium that's called Yper. And there were these big, tall bell towers. And in the winter, they would have a bunch of mice and rodents and whatever. And it became a problem, so they started having cats up in the towers for the winter. But then once the summer came around and people were regularly upkeeping it again, then they didn't need them anymore. So they would throw the cats from the bell towers, and they would just die in the street.
Oh,
Then,
yeah. This is why Belgium did not become a world power.
so
This is messed up.
No.
that was the reason, yeah.
So did you make it on the off season, or was it raining cats?
So then, I know, I feel like that should be one of Aaron Anthony's analogy things. Raining cats and dogs is just no. But then something like 600 years ago, they stopped doing it because people started to think it was barbaric.
I don't know why I think that. That's weird.
I know. And then maybe 200 years ago, they started it up again, but with like stuffed animals instead of real cats, because they thought, what a cool tradition. Too bad the cats have to die.
Wait, so those stuffed animals get rid of their mice problem?
No, they just throw them from the top of the bell towers in the spring.
Well, then what about their rodent problem?
I don't know. There's probably heat.
There was a guy with a flute that came to town.
Isn't there something about that where they tried to beat snakes in Ireland?
Probably true.
Am I making that one up?
I don't know. I believe it.
I swore I saw a Simpsons episode about that. And
Yeah,
No, it's
There's
fact.
a Parks and Recreation episode where they have every year they have throw Tom in the lake day because of a misprint in the town charter, and it reminds me a lot of the Belgian situation. So they always find some Tom in town, and they drag him down and they throw him in the water against his will. It's rather hilarious.
What if he wants to swim?
Hmm?
What if he wants to swim?
Generally, since he's been doing it since he was a boy and he's the only Tom in town, he's really sick of it. So that's what the whole episode's about. It's pretty funny.
Okay, Lynn, you have any weirdo things unique things that you do?
We know you were actually talking about having like a special day that you pick. My sister and I did that when I was little, or I guess I was little. She was maybe 15 years older than me, but we picked like a sister's day and just had. I think it was sometime in June. It may actually be like one of those Hallmark holidays, but I don't know. But we actually did pick a day, and we did like fun stuff every year. So
That's nice.
yeah. As far as like weird, I don't think we have anything that's weird or non-traditional. One thing that we do every Christmas morning, we tear open our stockings, which is like our stockings are like 2 feet long because they're knitted, and we've had them since I was an infant. They're the same stockings we've had for 37 years almost. So after we do that, we all go to the kitchen table and we like load up on sugar. We eat Cinnabons, like fresh Cinnabons from like the bakery, not the kind in the Pillsbury like in the freezer section, not one of those. But like we go to Cinnabon and we buy the fresh ones, and everybody gets their own little extra frosting on the top, and yeah.
So you
And
have diabetes.
yeah, yeah. My mom is actually diabetic. And
Oh no, I was kidding.
my mom is diabetic, but she's not like she's not a bad diabetic at all. Like, well, like she's not like seriously diabetic. Like she can have like one Cinnabon. She just can't have like one every day for a week, you know. So she can have one, but yeah. So we do the stockings. We open up. We eat our Cinnabons, and then we basically like fall asleep for the like we're all in a sugar coma for like hours. But one time we actually, because there's no Cinnabon that's close to them, I have to get the Cinnabons when I'm about maybe a half an hour away from here, like on my way driving down there. And one year I actually forgot. It was.
Whoa.
I know, they have not let me forget it. It's been like 10 years.
There will be.
You're like, don't forget, don't forget. So
Miss Aylin ruined when she didn't bring the Cinnabon.
no. So yeah, so that was the one year that I ruined it. So we sent my dad the wouldn't have been Christmas morning, but must have been like Christmas Eve. We sent my dad to go to the grocery store to buy some cinnamon buns, and we're like, we can make do. Well, if you go to the grocery store now, they actually have, like, in the frozen pastry section, or, like, the refrigerated pastry section, they actually have, like, Pillsbury rolls, cinnamon rolls that are supposedly made with real Cinnabon cinnamon.
Yeah,
They're terrible. They're horrible. And he got some generic brand of that was not only bad, but it was low fat on top of that. And it was so horrible. So we both ruined it, and my mom was like, it's been, like I said, been 10 years, and my mom is still bitter. So.
The one time a year I can have this.
Yeah. I wasted it. I missed. Oh no.
And then the fix was even worse than like the original error. It was just terrible.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So your error was covered up by his error. Nice work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess my dad always puts like tangerines or like clementines in our stockings. Always. It's always what's in the toes of our stockings. And I was like, why, Dad? Or grapefruit. Some sort of citrus fruit ends up in the toe of our stockings, which makes you think there's like something really good in there because they're heavy. It's fruit. But anyway, I asked him one year. I think I asked him.
A good spin on that thing and really whack somebody at the end of the day. Like a blackjack.
But you know, haven't you heard like older generations that at Christmas they would get, like, I hear this all the time about people that are in like maybe their 55 and up range, if their families weren't all that well off during Christmas, they would get a brown paper bag that was always full of oranges and nuts and like maybe penny candy. So I wonder if maybe that's where that comes from.
Thanks for stealing my story. I was just going to say, I asked him like a year or two ago, like, what the heck is with this? And it was because his mom, my grandparents went through the Great Depression, and that was like their big treat was they got to have, and so she always then put it in his stocking, and so he was like, here, let's balance out the sugar coma that is about to ensue and have some citrus.
And knowing your dad, he would probably also stick broccoli or something else in your stocking now because he just wants everybody to be healthy. Yeah.
True, if Mom wasn't like, Donald, it smells nasty.
It's smelling in the house. It's not even close.
Too much flavor.
Too much flavor. Is that turkey or jerky?
Yeah.
Things you don't say in your house. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Got a handful of would you rathers. Actually, a lot of them because those are the easier ones to come up with now, and they're more fun anyway. So starting with iBakes, would you rather live in a world where everyone was pretentious, or where everyone except you was an idiot?
Um, Probably the latter. I don't think I could deal with everyone being pretentious all the time. I would rather be like the only smart person around a whole bunch of idiots. I think that would be easier.
Hey, Lynn, how about you?
You know, I spend my day at work trying to educate people who do really stupid stuff. I don't think I could. I think I'd rather take the pretentious people because I already get a little bit of people being idiots all the time. I don't think I could handle it 24/7. Everybody. It would drive me crazy.
Are you?
Are you a little crazy?
I would go with the pretentious people because I too can sympathize with being around too many dumb people all the time, and it's just irritating to no end. Make me want to throw them out of a tower in Belgium. To be honest.
So, do all the people who are idiots, do they know they're idiots? Or do
No,
they?
that's the problem. Oh, you mean in the question?
Yeah, well,
You would have to ask, John Doe 1000, Doe D-O-H. Fun
Uh,
name, by the way.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? That's your answer? You don't know which one you'd choose?
I think I would probably have to go.
We're all
I think I would go with the pretentious, I think.
so pretentious people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we could make a guarantee that the pretentious people were not idiots, I would
Yeah.
go with the pretentious people too, but in some places, completely unrelated to anything, there are small cross sections that are pretentious idiots. And I know it's a surprise.
I've never heard of such a place.
I can't imagine that you would.
No.
So if
Yeah.
if them being pretentious means they're not going to be idiots, I'll go with that one. If the distribution of idiots remains and everyone just happens to be pretentious also,
Yeah,
I'd rather everyone just be stupid.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What?
yeah, I'm going to cross this off. Would you rather...
Who's this from?
This is from Coin with a Y, COYNE, 1232. Would you rather be entirely bored for a full day? And I'm paraphrasing his/her question. This person was very elaborate on just how bored you would be. So suffice it to say, entirely bored for a full day, or have a constant stream of homework that would at least keep you doing something.
Should I go first again?
What's that?
Should I go first again? There we go. Keeping in order.
Yeah, why not? I think sometimes there's an order and we kind of, I don't know, I'm bad at keeping the order, so why not?
I'd go with the homework. I can't stand being bored. I always have to be doing something, so I'll take somebody's homework.
Can you sleep? Does that count as being bored?
No sleep.
Dang.
It was
Lame.
no, it was very, very descriptive on just how bored you would be and just how much you wouldn't
Can we
be.
hear the full question? I'm really curious about.
Yeah. I'm looking. Okay.
I searched for Would You Rather, and this came up, and this is a user that I haven't seen before, or I would say before or since, but it's been, 45 minutes, so I guess I wouldn't have seen
It
it.
is a short, determined.
If it's still active.
Okay, it says, would you rather be really, extremely, entirely bored for one day with absolutely nothing to do, or have lots and lots of homework to do, but not be bored because you have homework to get done?
And that was a 13-year-old that wrote that question?
Somebody keeps too much caffeine.
They are 1,230 years old.
They
Wow,
just,
really?
hey, be nice to them. They just joined. Like,
Someone ate all of their Cinnabon, and then wrote the question.
What was the name? You said it was Coin with a K and an E. 123.
a CO.
COYNE.
Okay, I'll remember. I'll go follow.
You're not gonna like it. They're trying to take your symbol there. Hey, where is it? It's like
What?
Milton Ice.
all I see is shadow. That was terrible. It's
I see a little, an angel lady.
yeah.
Hey.
Watch yourself, Aylin.
Oh.
Oh.
It was a Barbie at first.
We'll include the usernames. I'll include the usernames in this poll afterwards, so you don't have to write these down or anything like that.
But they just joined like the 26th of November.
Oh.
So.
Is there a coin in the Mockingjay series?
A coin?
They buy all sorts of stuff. I don't know.
Coin in a famous book. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Yeah, there is.
You know what I'm talking about, Zayton? Or Bob?
I'm not worried about it. I'm really not worried about it. The only reason that I'm going by Firefly, whatever, is because it's easier than my name.
Okay.
It's nothing more than that.
Hey, are we still all answering this, or are we going?
Yeah, we should all answer this.
Is this homework something that like it's busy work, so you can do it? It's not like something where I'm gonna have a problem at the end of the day. I'm still frustrated because I didn't figure it out.
Graduate physics. Just kidding.
I was like, what?
I don't know.
Good. I think I would have to be busy anyway. I would have to be busy. It's too much to be bored.
Okay. Aylin, did you answer this? You didn't answer this.
Yeah, no, not yet. I would definitely take the homework. When I was at my parents' house in the last couple of days, oh my gosh, all you can do there is eat and watch TV, and it's just awful. It's just awful. So I like it for about a day, and then my phone went over its roaming allowance, and I had no phone, and could not control the remote control, and I was going nuts. So I would definitely prefer something to like challenge me, something to do.
Aha!
What are you doing?
Alma Coin from Mockingjay. Yep.
Yep, she's the president.
You got it.
Hmm.
Nice work.
Definitely didn't listen to that series while running recently.
What a nerd. I'm just kidding.
I listen to audiobooks when I run.
Oh, that's smart.
That's what I do too.
Music. Whatever, a beat.
Only the idiots use that. Oh.
So pretentiously idiotic.
All right.
Did you decide on homework or boredom? Are you?
Oh, I go homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming I was limiting all the different things that I'm pretending like I could sit in a chair probably all day and just think, but then I'm not bored, and so I'm assuming I can't do that. So if I couldn't think and I just had to sit there, I would lose my mind. So I would go with homework.
Yeah. Having said that, I agree with you. Before that, if I could just sit in my head for a day, I'd be plenty entertained. But
I got a lot going on there.
it's political.
Not very much useful, but
Political asks, would you rather be overdressed or underdressed? Start with Aylin.
Oh gosh. I think I'd rather be overdressed. Yeah. And I don't really have any logic for that. But yeah, overdressed.
Are we talking like you're at a party and you wore jeans when you should have been wearing like black tie? Are we talking like you have too many layers on or not enough?
No, I think we're talking more the former.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not too warm or not warm enough. But
Oh, okay. So I thought it was
we're talking about
I thought it was talking about going to a party and everybody else is wearing like cocktail dresses and you're wearing jeans.
yeah,
I thought
that's how I would take this question.
Oh, okay, that is okay. Yeah, I'd rather be overdressed.
I doubt.
I'd rather look fabulous than like slovenly.
You too, beard man.
Yeah, because if you're overdressed, you can still look cool, but if you show up somewhere underdressed, you look like a fool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I just rhymed, and I didn't even, I'm writing that down. Hold on.
So poetic.
Yeah, I know.
It's a talent. It's what I do.
You're up at your Nebraska party. Would you rather be overdressed or underdressed?
Overalls or no overalls?
Plaid
also-
shirt or not?
Cowboy hat or no cowboy hat?
And also, what does underdressed look like?
I don't know. I
don't
mean,
know anything about
go
it.
out in public here in pajamas, and it's kind of acceptable in most stores. So, but I'd rather be overdressed for sure.
hmm
I don't want to look sloppy.
Yeah, me too. Overdressed.
For sure.
I never look sloppy.
Good
Clearly.
looking people. That's what I'm saying.
Always on point.
Yeah, I'm wearing sweats right now. They were the only clothes I could find because the rest of them are unpacked.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are in packing, non-unpacking zone.
Yeah.
We moved 2 days ago.
Ugh. So,
This show almost didn't happen, but then we got internet today, so now it can. Liz Lord, with 2 Z's and then Lord Lorde.
like the singer, I think.
Sure, I believe you.
Tells whether you or not. Shoot, keep going.
Would you rather never eat meat again, or that look was worth it, or
That's question done. Let's go with it. Sorry.
Eat like a 50-pound steak here.
I know.
It was tofu, actually.
never grow facial hair again? No, I'm just kidding. Or never eat veggies again.
Wait, what was the second part?
Never eat veggies again.
You don't even have to call on me.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say you can go first. We'll get that one done.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, all right, moving on. Right. Never eat veggies again, or never eat meat again.
Right.
I'd probably kill people for meat. That's easy. I'm gonna go with,
Green.
and maybe I have.
Bum, bum.
Ibex.
I don't know. I guess I'd probably have to give up meat.
Where you,
Because I'm
where's,
a Costco.
click.
Unfriend. Just kidding.
I'll just leave now.
Yeah. Show yourself the door, please. In your overdressed attire. Out.
There's like 3 good vegetables, and I would miss those.
What about you, Aylin?
I think, I actually agonized over that question. I think I'd have to give up meat, but that question's just mean. It's just mean. But I don't think I could go without, like, potatoes and, yeah, French fries.
Are we calling it a vegetable? Let's call that a starch.
Oh,
You're cheating already.
well then, if I can have potatoes, then I'd rather no salads. Oh, man. No, I think I'd give up meat, and I just learn to like some other kind of proteinish thing.
Well, good idea.
I feel like if you eat enough fake meat, eventually it wouldn't be as bad, right?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Never tried.
Yeah.
To what?
She says she's never tried to go meatless.
Oh, go meatless?
Mm-hmm.
I did for a short time, and I'm still seeking a therapist for that.
And you tried doing that juice cleanse, and you thought they were going to
Holy
taste like
cow, that was...
farms, and they
Oh, how many different ways can you drink death? I don't know.
apparently 7, but you guys didn't make it.
I don't think we made a whole day. I don't think we did.
I
We
think you
like,
stopped on like the garlic.
oh yeah, there was one called I don't remember. I think it was just, I can't say it because I don't know how people feel about swearing. So we're just gonna cut that one and say it was nasty.
Nasty. What are you gonna do? Getting rid of veggies or meat?
I think whoever it is that's enforcing this is definitely going to be funding it also, so I will love my all sushi diet. I will get rid of meat and go with all sushi because fish is not meat. You can argue what you want about poultry, but fish is very much not meat.
How is fish not meat?
How is fish not meat?
The part
Fish
of the
are friends, not our food.
muscle
Talk, it's not meat.
still of an animal.
No, I don't care. It can't walk. It's not food.
Okay.
It doesn't say no animals. It says no meat. I wouldn't consider fish to be.
Well, if we can make exceptions, then I'm gonna go with meat. But steak is not meat. So,
Right.
Came from corn.
I think, no, I think if you were to cripple the cow early enough, then it would fall into the it never walked argument, and
Aww.
you'd be okay. I mean,
He's onto something here.
Why don't we just scrape the cats off the sidewalk?
I'm
there we
saying,
go. Let's go to Belgium and get some.
Power.
I'm saying, if you sweet and sour those things, I bet they're delicious.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
That's right. I went there.
That was perfect.
I think I would have to give up meat too. I mean, there are days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I could eat my weight in a steak, but
So
You
here's
ever have those days with broccoli?
Hmm?
You ever have those days with broccoli?
I love
You're like, I
broccoli.
just really well. No, so if you have those days with steak and you can't have steak, but you never have those days with vegetables,
I do have those days with vegetables. I love vegetables. All of them.
how are you, my friend?
You can roast them. You can eat them raw. You can mash them, put them in a stew.
boil them
You have meat too. I wouldn't mash my meat though. That'd be.
No,
tartar.
tartar. So it's just find knife skills. Knife skills for the tartar.
Finely minced isn't that far of a cry from mashed.
What about those weird roulade looking things? Those look yuck, but apparently they're really good.
Like
Bacon
pâtés?
one?
The what?
A roulade, like they rolled these things up and they look not appetizing, but they're usually made of meat and stuff. Or like
It's a no. I
I
mean,
don't think so.
if she's
okay.
asking you to do
Old meat.
European.
What, Beard Man?
It says it European. We don't, meat from
I don't
Europe.
know. They make it a lot on Top Chef, and it looks
Oh.
fancy, and it looks like it would be difficult, but it looks like somebody bombed in a tight saran wrap thing and rolled it up and said, "It's really yummy."
What is it called again?
A roulade. It's like R-U.
Roull maybe.
It is European.
Yes, I think it's French.
It sounds French.
It does sound.
Roullade.
Ew. Yeah, that does look really gross.
Doesn't it? But apparently it's delish. Anyway.
It technically looks really gross, but it can be fairly tasty.
I bet it would be good.
Our
I mean, this coming from the same people who saw a snail and thought, let's eat that.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, the French have gone awry with food in some serious ways.
our charter guy today, he was telling me about he liked this Japanese soup, and it's this broth, but they have this like huge chunk of tofu in the middle, and they put live baby eels in there, and so when you slowly heat it up, they like hide in the tofu, but it eventually gets cooked, because they're hiding in there, and
they
then
die.
and they do. And then he says you like thinly slice the tofu chunk and like serve it with the broth. And so it looks like this tofu with like black little speckles in there, but the speckles are, and he's like, it's really good, but people, when you describe it to them, turn their nose up. And I'm like,
Wow.
well, it doesn't
I guess to somebody they probably do that too.
delicious. So anyway,
We can make fun all we want, but people eat like pickled pig's feet and stuff, and I mean, I've heard people defend those things. So
Beard Man, if you had pickled pig's feet,
No, I've had pig's feet, but they were not pickled.
it's the offsetting color, the bright pink that like.
Oh, I've seen them in the jar. They're normally right next to the pink eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
MC88 asks, would you rather have a 10-minute conversation with your parents while high, or try to explain conceptual physics to a 5-year-old? I'm going to jump in real quick and say that I've done both of those several times.
Well, how long do you have to try to talk to your 5-year-old about physics?
I don't know.
Because mine usually goes like this. Go ask your papa. Done. Conversation over.
I've had successes at explaining conceptual physics to our 5-year-old. and my parents are much more tolerable when high. And when I'm
Yeah.
so, but I like seeing my kids more than I like seeing my parents. So I'm gonna go with explaining conceptual physics to a 5-year-old.
Nice. Nice.
I had to jump in and answer that one. It felt tailor-made for me.
It was kind of tailor-made to you.
You're up.
I would talk to my parents while I was high all day long.
I would talk to your parents while I was high too.
I think it would be extremely entertaining. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe I would just go take a nap, but sounds entertaining.
Ibex.
I'd rather talk to my parents high. It seems like a lot less effort.
Okay, honey, if it was any other 5-year-old versus our own.
Do I have to explain it so that they'll get it? Because conceptual physics is what I do, so this is a little bit unfair. If you could change it to like conceptual something that I don't do, then I'd much rather talk to my parents while high, although I'd rather try and explain conceptual physics to a 5-year-old while I was high. I think that'd be more effective.
Sure.
Oh, geez.
So this is a force, and this is a mass, and do you want some chips?
Awesome.
How about you? What's up? Are you?
I prefer to only talk to my parents when I'm high, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Great.
Ellen?
I like to teach, so I'll talk to the kids.
Aw, and they would love you, and they should. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Ledolphus, or maybe it's Iedolphus. I think it's Ledolphus, but that L could be an I don't know. Would you rather only be able to speak on Saturdays, or speak nonstop every other day?
Like every day, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like every other day besides Saturday?
I think all the days except for Saturday. Speak nonstop. You only take a break from speaking on Saturday.
I only speak on Saturday. It's too exhausting to talk all day. And you get bad breath. It's not awesome. Have you never seen Beard Man? Has that never happened to you? I had a biology teacher that I thought her... It might have been the tuna sandwiches she consumed every day at lunch also.
That never helps anybody.
But her breath, seriously, was just like this cloud of yuck. And it's because she just, and it was always after lecture that she would come, oh, it's not good. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh. She was
It's just fun to hear you talk about people having bad breath. That's really humorous to me. Nothing. No, we'll move on.
It's not recorded or anything.
I think he just told me that I had bad breath.
Maybe not right now. You could be minty fresh right now, but I have been around you when we didn't want to. Anymore.
He's a liar. He's such a don't trust the beard. He's a bearded lady. Don't trust him. Okay, yes, I do like to dabble in the kimchi.
Okay, yeah, that stuff.
It is bad. We were having it the other day, and I was like, I think one of the kids pooped. Nope, just the kimchi. Moving on. Anyways.
Awesome.
Aylin.
You know, I think, wouldn't your voice, after a while, your throat would hurt? I would think. So, yeah. I think you'd end up with, like, a horribly sore throat, like, all the time if you had to talk nonstop. So I would go with only talking on Saturday. I know after a few hours of singing in the car on the way down to my parents the whole time, I have laryngitis for like 2 days. It's terrible. That's why I listen to audiobooks going down there now, because if I sing for like 7 hours, I end up with a horribly sore throat and a headache. So, yeah, there's no way I could talk nonstop for 6
Learn the T Swift and you won't have that problem. Just kidding. Okay, Josh, are you chit-chatty?
I would go with just Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't barely have enough to say to occupy myself all day for several days. And yeah, how annoying would that be to everybody around you? Good Lord. So yeah, we're clamped every other day, weekend Saturday.
All right.
Well, and plus you can text and email and stuff, so it's not like you can't communicate.
We see that Elin finds a way around things. Yes.
Yeah.
I would probably give up talking the days that aren't Saturday. I'd be just fine with that. I don't talk that much anyway. I'll have to move the show to Saturdays. Or have Julie run it, but
Well, I'm only talking Saturdays too.
show's on Saturdays now.
Yep.
But my book club will be Saturdays also.
Oops, sorry. What about you, Bakes?
I would only talk on Saturdays. I'm not a big talker anyway, so like Josh said, I couldn't talk that long. So.
I know. Ugh, it's not good.
Mr. Wolf asks, would you rather give up all food and drink except for bread, water, and nutrients, like nutrient supplements or whatever, or give up sex?
He's wrong. What? That's I can't.
Adeline, you first.
So the second one is giving up sex?
It is.
Is it
No
like?
way. No way. Absolutely not. No. No. No, I can't give that up.
Wait. So then, how are you gonna stay alive if you can't have all that other?
There, you're gonna die if you give up.
You get bread and water and enough nutrients to be healthy.
Yeah.
Your food sucks, but
Wow.
you get sex.
Yeah.
So
As long as my body can stay alive, then the sex will help my body and my soul. So yeah, I can go with the bare minimum on the food and have a crazy sex life. No problem.
So I have to ask: are we talking just strictly like sex? Or are we talking like all things related to sex?
All things related.
yeah, I would go that route.
Yeah, I think you have to make it the more difficult question.
All of us are good at trying to find ways around these things.
I know. Well,
This happens every time that there's a would you rather that neither choice seems particularly nice. When it's like, would you rather inherit $1 million today or $2 million in 3 years? Nobody ever.
Yeah, it's usually child.
That's like an immediate. This one.
yes. But we're talking food and sex, so of course everybody's gonna want to. I don't know.
Is anyone giving up food, or is anyone giving up sex?
I will tell you. I will tell you. I'm sitting here right now thinking about this and trying to use my rational brain to think. Okay, so 3 years from now, yeah, I'm thinking as I go by all these different restaurants, I'm thinking to myself, was it worth it? And I don't know. My knee jerk is obviously choosing. I would go with sex, but I'm trying to think future and how would I feel in 3 to 5 years that or when all of a
Extremely
sudden
backed up. That's how you would feel.
what did you say?
I think you would feel extremely backed up in 3 to 5 years. That's how you would feel.
Right. Or when you get to that point when it's just not happening anymore, maybe you've entered a circle of your life age-wise where it's just, people aren't attracted to you anymore. You're like, no, I'm not getting sex, and I have to eat crappy food. Lame.
Well, then I think you make it a priority to make yourself marketable.
True, you would. I would have a lot of money and anestheticians. Yeah, so.
You can ask Kyle. You could always go get sushi off a stripper.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think anybody's giving up sex. No. Doctor, why are you so malnutrition? Sex.
Dude, seriously, undergrad was.
Whoa, what?
No. Undergrad was pretty much bread and water anyway. I like bread. I like water. I'm comfortable with that.
I wonder where you're going with that.
I know, I was with a...
The first half of that sentence was a little bit misleading. Uh, no, I lived on pretty much bread and water for a good long while anyway.
Yeah.
And, like, Guinness is barely more than liquefied bread.
You make a good point.
You know what I'm saying? If you leave it out a little while, then
And there's some really good bread out there.
there is really good bread out there.
Can you have butter with the bread?
No,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think
I think that's cheating.
That'd be my nutrients.
You can turn it into beer, but you can't have butter.
Yeah.
Don't try and cheat the system, Alan.
Nice. Hmm.
The med
never
Oh,
mind.
yeah, no, go.
Nothing.
Go.
That's not appropriate.
Well, no, you have to.
Now we're all hanging.
Okay, so if we all opt for sex and stuff, can you maybe be like, hey, look I brought over some maple syrup or some...
Oh, that totally counts.
I see what you're doing here.
Yes,
That
yes.
totally counts.
Mm-hmm. You're technically using it as an accoutrement
Yeah,
for your
exactly.
chosen path.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. Mr. Wolf, if you're watching, you should comment on that.
It's true. You got to clarify the rules because these are some high stakes here.
It really are. Very honest.
I now get bread, water, nutrients, beer, and chocolate sauce.
Ooh.
I love this little white thing popping on my screen. Ooh, I'm like, hello. Statue likes that.
The mad scientist asks, this is the zombie apocalypse, and you get one partner, and it's the two of you against the world, the zombie world. For your partner, would you rather have a naturalist/marksman who won't drive or ride in a car, or a mechanic/expert driver who won't shoot?
I'd go for the driver.
I'm going with the shooter. We can take horses or something.
Zombie horses.
But they don't ride.
Ride around on a horse killing zombies. That's like the worst movie
This
ever.
happened in Walking Dead. Well, not for long until you got into Atlanta. That's a long story.
Walking Dead meets the Mounties. This is perfect.
In The Walking Dead, Rick rides a horse for like the first half of the season of season 1. So
Yeah, but this guy won't ride. Or is it just a car? And
Yeah.
not mechanical?
I think, given the question, mechanic type thing, I think he's talking automobile type.
Deep in the woods of Alberta, you find.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd tame a grizzly bear and ride that around.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I would have to go with the naturalist.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I kind of feel like after all the gas runs out, then what good is your mechanic?
Yeah, but you've seen I Am Legend. You just pull a car off the side of the street and go.
It's been sitting there for like a year and a half. Battery's still good somehow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just lick the battery. I'm sure it'll tell you if it's good or not.
I feel like you could siphon gas out of any car, though.
True. Gas does destabilize after about 9 months, though, to a year.
And eventually you're going to run out. I
Yeah.
mean, if he's a marksman, then he can shoot the zombies and he can, like, get food.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you
And
think
I
your
can bring you back to the cabin.
do you think your mechanic can re-engineer your car to run on something else?
And if it was you, maybe. Yeah.
Like zombies.
Oh
That's
shoot!
what you
I could
could
do that.
Stuff
I'm taking the shooter. Are you kidding me? I can fix a car.
like the Back to the Future 2 car with the recycling, except you're putting zombie parts in instead of.
That's what I'm saying.
Perfect. I mean, really, it's just big long hydrocarbons anyway, right? That's pretty much what people are.
Right. You just gotta press them down and turn them into oil again.
I mean, this is going to be a great thing to say, and I'm going to get fun comments from angry users for saying that, but
Dang.
people as an alternative, no.
What is that?
This is seltzer water, but it's orange cream seltzer water.
Seltzer water.
It's just carbonated water with flavoring.
Oh. Is that kind of like those, what are those things I tried to drink when I was pregnant?
Like a Fanta or something?
No, they were. I don't know. San Pellegrino.
San Pellegrinos, are they like those?
What?
The San Pellegrinos?
I have no idea what that is.
Yes, they are.
Okay, they are. They're like Perrier or whatever. Yeah.
Aelin, are you taking the mechanic / driver or the naturalist / marksman?
No, I'm taking the marksman. Because he can shoot zombies and he can also shoot like deer and
Don't
Like-
shoot the deer, you gotta ride it.
food. You can ride a deer.
Wait. Are you eating this deer? Have you given up sex now? You be shooting your lettuce. Wink says, would you rather wash your hair with mashed potatoes or take a bath in gravy?
Yeah.
And you're first on that one, Aelin.
You know, I'm going gravy because the thought of mashed potatoes in my hair, that's just gross. And gravy would wash off pretty easily, but potatoes would like clump, that's just gross. Especially my family, we put like mayo in our mashed potatoes to make them super creamy.
Excellent diet in your family with the Cinnabon and
Cinnabon and mayo diet.
Well, you should say, okay, in our family, we only do that like Thanksgiving and Christmas. We don't do that like any other time of the year. It's like once a year. So yeah, so you put a little, like, what was that?
Nothing. Your hair looks nice.
But yeah, so if it's like Thanksgiving Christmas mashed potatoes, no way. They're all clumpy and oily or not oily, but in my hair it's gonna be oily. So no thanks.
What about you, beard man?
I'll take her mashed potatoes and smear them in my hair. I probably have considerably less hair than she does to deal with, but to get into a bathtub full of gravy would make me feel.
I would think though if you have a beard that you have to put it in your beard too.
That's fine. It would still come out fairly easily. You know, a little hot water.
I would imagine with a beard you end up with mashed potatoes in there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of crap happening here when I eat, so it's not a mess.
Oh,
See, just think, ladies, if you were covered in gravy, even if you washed it off, you would still smell like gravy. It would be like a natural aphrodisiac for your man.
You know, I got to interrupt here for a second because if I meet a woman who smells like gravy, odds are I'm not thinking I'm going bread and water. I'll be bread and water.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh wait, no, that was wrong.
Bad news on the previous question. Mr. Wolf has added no condiments, no maple syrup, no butter, bread, water, basic nutrients / supplements to live sustainably, no edible undies, etc.
What? That's lame.
That's not nice at all. Unfollow.
Unfollow and execute.
Just kidding. Love Mr. Wolf.
I don't think it changes the answer though.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
You know, I'd still go with what I. Yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Ibakes.
Wait, you did. Oh, let me see.
Ibakes, are you washing your hair with mashed potatoes or taking a bath in
Look
gravy?
at all those luxurious locks.
Oh, you.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm still going with the potatoes though because the thought of sitting in gravy is really disgusting. Just no. I really don't want to do that.
New guy in the corner. Yeah.
I think I'd go with potatoes. And is the gravy warm gravy? I'm just kidding. Yuck.
I feel like that would be worse than cold gravy.
Oh, some gelatinous cold gravy that's actually more pudding-like in nature by this time.
You just tossed me potatoes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, potatoes.
Plus, I've got this nice condition that I can always just shave my head.
Good point. Got it there.
Me too, then.
It was buzzed for a very long time, and now it's not anymore. Now it's.
Now he's got a fabulous mun, everybody. Take a look.
Oh,
A mun. I know. I never heard that term. I did a poll. People hated it.
Aw.
It's a man bun.
oh,
A
man.
mun. I
I-
think I got that from BuzzFeed. Yes. Or Huffington Post. Something. Anyway. Moving on.
Would you rather Wait, I shouldn't do.
What?
Oh, he says definitely no chocolate sauce.
What?
Well, it doesn't change things.
It still doesn't.
I've got a couple discussion questions, and I feel like we should do those, and then maybe do a couple more would you rather's because these are just fun. From Mary Mallory, WikiLeaks, good thing or bad thing?
What was the first part of that?
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks. Okay.
Yeah, good thing or bad thing? Now that you've had, 3 or 4 years to think it through.
Has it been 3 or 4 years?
I think so.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Seriously? I'm like, didn't that happen yesterday? No.
No, it happened at least 2 kids ago.
Seriously?
Yeah. It's all right. Time gets weird in that child rearing time. I know, yeah.
Holy crap!
So what do you think? Good or bad?
Excellent. I'll go beyond good. Call it excellent.
Why excellent?
Well, because all right, let me give you a concise answer rather than a long-winded soapbox answer. Because the man sucks, and what he did was he broke open and broke the illusion that he's untouchable. And so we need more of them, more anonymous, more people who are willing to do whatever it takes to give people truth rather than just continued lies and sit back and watch their Super Bowls and be happy and think it's all something else.
And then we're gonna watch the NSA bust in on you, take you away, all on Hangouts.
Right, newspeak and such. Exactly.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if this was going to be more of a politically charged question or not, but I don't know. I feel like transparency is just a nice thing. But there are people that are really, really against it.
I think it's for like national security purposes, but I think that's why some people are against it, but I don't know. I think the good outweighs the bad.
I think the people that are probably against that are also for Citizens United, so we can just lump them in that people.
Yeah.
I've been very, very painfully avoiding asking anything about Citizens United since that happened. Because I don't think there's any way that I could word that as an unbiased question.
It would be hard, considering it's one of the most idiotic decisions the Supreme Court has ever made.
I think I would honestly, I've typed this a couple times. Citizens United. Disapprove, wrong answer. But I would pick it anyway.
Be rule number 1. Yeah.
Disapprove or are you an idiot? That should be.
Disapprove or do you not know what this is?
Disapprove, cannot read.
I'd have to just use emoticons.
Smiley face, sad face.
Aylin, how do you feel about WikiLeaks now that...
Yeah, we've all trashed it, right?
No, I was saying I agree with that. I think not always good things come of it, but I agree with the concept of it.
I think there was a question floating around for a while of, is the dude a hero or not? I think the mildly worded ones were hero or not.
Yeah.
The more angrily worded ones were hero or traitor. But I don't know. I thought that was maybe a more interesting question because it went toward his character, and he happened to be like this not particularly great dude in the rest of his life or whatever. But that he happened to do something really good too. I'm going to stop that sentence. That needed to end. Flip Flop Girl asks, what's the worst movie you've ever watched?
Ugh.
Human Centipede, hands down.
What was it?
I've never heard of that. Human
Centipede?
Oh, I think I've gone to like the horror sections on Netflix. I'm like, I wonder what that is, and I've never watched it.
So gross. Like a doctor like sews people's mouths onto people's asses and stuff. So it's literally like a human centipede. It's awful. I went
Wow.
to, it was like $1 at some midnight showing, and so I went just for the hell of it, and that was such a bad idea.
But you have to view that in the original context. It's a metaphor for Congress.
No. It very well be.
I got nothing. So Human Centipede. How about you? Are you?
Worst. Okay, so when we say worst, are we talking about quality? Or are we talking about like, oh my gosh, that was the most horrifying thing I've ever seen?
Sure.
Worst movie you've ever seen.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go retroactive and say that when I originally in my high school years saw Natural Born Killers for the first time, there had been no movie made like that previous to it. Not really. You could argue Scarface, but not as widely distributed as Natural Born Killers was. And when I left the theater, now I think it's an amazing film, which might show weird things about my brain, but whatever. But when I left the theater, I seriously was speechless. I was blown away by how atrocious that whole film was. Just one scene after another of insanity. And that's how I felt when I left it. Not how I feel now, but retroactively, I would say.
Aylin, worst movie you've ever seen?
The Forbidden Kingdom. Oh my gosh, stupidest movie ever. It's like a kung fu movie, I think. I think I've repressed most of that movie. Like, it was the worst movie ever. I watched it because a friend of mine was like, this is a great movie. No, I promise. Even though it's all kung fu, I promise you'll really like it.
I love kung fu movies.
Worst movie ever. It was so stupid.
I'm not saying that can qualify as a kung fu movie.
Was it a kung fu? I might be confusing it, but I know that the worst movie I've ever seen was The Forbidden Kingdom, for sure.
That was a Jackie Chan film, wasn't it, Gaiden?
It had Jackie Chan and Jet Li and Shia LaBeouf in it.
Ugh, it's terrible. That and what's the other one? With, I think it's Robin Williams and Cuba Gooding Jr. What Dreams May Come? Is that it?
Okay, Aylin, you need to check yourself on what the definition of a bad movie is.
No, that's the only movie that I've actually paid money to rent and did not finish it. Like, I turned it off because I hated it that much.
Aww.
Aylin, just between you and I thought it was kind of dumb. But don't tell everybody else here.
I won't tell anybody.
What is it? What?
Nothing. It was between she and I. You know what we're
At all. There's a secret here.
I was gonna say, I didn't hear what you said.
I was agreeing with her.
Because you're wrong. Wrong.
I understood and I liked the idea what they were trying to do, but Robin Williams had this. He was the wrong guy for that movie because he had this weird, grinny Patch Adams thing the entire thing. It was anyway.
I just thought the whole concept was stupid.
Yeah.
Aww. Sad.
I'm surprised you even made it through that, Julie.
Why?
It's a little Sally.
It is a little sad, but that was pre-kids.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched it since I've had kids. Come on now. Shoot. You can't even get through some Pokemon episodes. Jeez. Anyways, honey, what was your...
I'm looking at what I answered because I know that what I said was...
You said I said Crank.
Crank was really bad.
What one?
Crank has Jason Statham in it, and he gets injected with something, and he's got to like constantly keep going keep his heart rate up at a certain whatever, or else it'll kill him. I don't know. I fell asleep, but I accidentally fell asleep on his arm, so he couldn't like get up, and he was forced to watch the rest of it.
Nice.
That's quite unusual.
But there was somebody on there who liked it. Honestly, I think that the worst movie I ever saw was that Jet Li movie. That
Unchained.
What is it?
Unchained?
It was Unchained.
Unchained or Unbound or whatever it is.
I think I lasted about 10 minutes, and I made them turn it off, and I then sobbed uncontrollably for the rest of the night.
Were you
It
pregnant?
was horrible. What?
Were you pregnant?
Yes. And then they tried to put on Transformers to like lighten the mood, and
That's right. That was the day that it looked like you were crying at Transformers.
I did, and I did. I sobbed for the rest of the night, and I had to make he read me a story until I fell asleep because I was so upset. I'm like getting upset about it right now.
You know, who here has seen Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy cow! I'm not gonna say those. I mean, in the idea of a film that when I got done watching it, I was like, you know what? I am never going to do heroin. I'm never doing heroin. Because if it's anything like that, I don't want that. And it's a great anti-drug film. It really should be shown in all elementary schools.
I liked that movie though. I thought it was a really good movie.
It was a really good movie.
It was completely messed up for sure, but that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
If they could show Pi right after Requiem, they could discourage kids from math just a little bit earlier in life. Getting into math makes you take a power drill to your temple. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it, you're not going to watch it anyway.
If they did just like a semester where they did Requiem for a Dream, the movie you just mentioned, Train Spotting, and then Clockwork Orange, I think we'd have reduced crime in the United States by a lot.
Yeah, people would be way too freaked out to do drugs after those four.
Like leave their house.
So you want to know something fun about that movie, Pi? It was such a low-budget film that when he takes the power drill to his temple, he actually breaks the skin to get that first little bit of blood.
Wow.
Because they didn't get good enough effects, like they couldn't afford it.
Yikes.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
What was this called?
Pi? P.I.?
Oh.
It's the same director
Oh.
as Requiem for a Dream. Darren Aronofsky. And if you watch 30 seconds of it, you'll know that it's the same director. If
'Cause
it
it
takes
makes
you longer than that, then you're watching the wrong thing. You're asleep.
Yeah.
And heavily asleep. I said 2000.
Still had video stores. I was in one, and the guy who was working behind the counter, I was checking out. I didn't even have Requiem for a Dream, but he was clearly stoned out of his mind. And we're just checking out, and he looks at me and goes, "Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream? It's the best movie ever made." I was like, "Whoa!" And then when I saw it, I was like, "What was the matter with that guy?" I was scarred.
I said Death Race 2000 was really bad. And then Battlefield Earth was among the worst movies I've ever seen or heard of. For those of you who are not quite convinced about how bad Battlefield Earth can be, it was based on the book by L. Ron Hubbard. Yes, the very same guy who founded Scientology.
He's my favorite.
Apologies to all Scientology
Lover.
sympathizers. I think lover is the wrong word there.
Good point.
Julie asks, you're making hot chocolate. Do you use water or milk?
Milk.
Milk.
Definitely milk.
I make the milk now.
Milk.
Apparently there are people who've never done this with milk and always used water.
Well, we had skim milk. It's like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
No, because I use skim milk. It is not the same thing.
Oh man, I didn't know. I didn't know because I grew up on skim milk and I didn't know there was other like things.
Milk.
Oh yeah,
It's a funny conversation, actually. Yes.
I didn't, and I was just like, what? What has happened to me?
And what, I was making hot chocolate one day. What are you doing with milk?
Yeah, I was like, what's
Making
the?
hot chocolate? I use water. No.
Nay, nay.
Yeah, you're mistaken.
Some things there are just objective answers to, and that's one of them.
True.
Trepid Hickory says, should there be an age cap for U.S. senators and representatives? He also specified for those who are in office when they hit that age, that Oh, sorry, age cap, not age gap. Should there be an age cap for U.S. senators and representatives? For those who are holding office when that limit comes, they're just no longer able to run for re-election. Start. Yeah, you, Ibex.
Well, I'm a fan of term limits to begin with, so that's what's kind of messing with my answer. I don't think there should be an age cap, though, just because, I don't know, everyone ages differently. You never know what kind of abilities people have. It's not like there's a certain cutoff where you're completely incompetent after, like 75 or something. I don't know. That might weed out someone that is perfectly capable of doing their job, so.
Yep, and there's plenty of 40-year-olds in there that are completely incapable of doing their jobs, so, age doesn't seem to have a whole lot to do with it.
I agree with them.
Yeah. what they said. Yeah. Well, the Dark Horse had one about POTUS, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what was...
If there should be an age cap on POTUS.
No.
People are like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I was like...
That's a very concise answer.
I could see the reason. And that's...
worried about dying in office, maybe, but if he's healthy...
Well, dying in office, that's also why there's a whole chain of command.
Yeah.
And we've had presidents die in office before anyway that weren't aged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People get crazy. So, yeah.
Right. And I really like, I'm not going to vote for president or anything, but I really like Ron Paul, and he's a genius. But meanwhile, like Alan said, you've got these young guys in there that, they're idiots. I'm done. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
These young whippersnappers.
They're fools. Ted Cruz is Satan. I'm just going to say it out loud right now. Okay, we can move on.
I will say, though, if there's a candidate that's like 85 and he's running for president...
He's not going to win anyway.
I'm at least... Well, he's probably going to die before the election, but, with the way campaigns start like 3 years in advance now. But, I'd sure be paying a whole heck of a lot more attention to his VP.
Yeah.
That's, I'd be paying more attention to that guy than the presidential candidate.
And it's funny because that's where you get those weird loopholes in the Constitution where it's you're not allowed to run for president if you weren't a natural-born citizen, but I think you're allowed to run for vice president.
Well, yeah, because originally the
with someone who then dies. If I was John McCain's running mate, and
it's actually the other way around. It used to be that the vice president could not run unless he was a natural-born citizen. Well, because the vice president used to have to run, but now he's nominated as a running mate, same party. So, but back in the day, from my understanding, we now technically have a vice president who's not a natural-born citizen.
Yeah, and either way, you don't need to be a natural-born citizen to run for the House of Representatives, so you could be Speaker of the House and
end up president.
And then you've got,
At the time, they had really good reasons for it.
Certificates, but...
It doesn't make any sense now, but at the time, they were like, dude, we got all these Tories in these 13 colonies that would elect a British guy in a hot second. So they were like, you got to be from here.
So those were good. I think I'd like to do a couple more Would You Rathers, because I don't like ending this on too serious of a note. It's not as much fun. From Julie, a couple from Julie. Would you rather stub your toe or hit your funny bone?
Like always.
Yeah. Like every time you get up to do something, you're going to stub your toe or you're going to hit your funny bone. Aileen, you're first.
Oh, I'll take hitting...
wearing shoes.
Yeah, I think I'd take hitting my funny bone, because then you have to keep walking on your toe, so...
Yeah, but then, your entire arm is, numb and tingly.
And then you're walking around like this.
Yeah, you have, zombie hand, ah!
Yeah, but it would still be worse than... Well, I don't know. Wouldn't after a while, aren't those nerves gonna die or something down there?
And I'm talking about, like, have you ever stubbed
Your toe?
where, like, your pinky toe separates from the rest of your poor foot and you think it's fallen off?
Oh yeah, I broke my toe. That's the only bone I've ever broken. I broke my toe just that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the type of toe stubbing I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. And if it's that bad, then I'll take the funny bone thing.
All right.
Yeah, if I'm breaking my toe, I'll go with the funny bone.
Yeah.
You're not breaking toes. I'm just saying, like, that's the worst way to stub your toe.
Find out Julie works for the mafia. She's like a mafia torturer.
She's like, somebody doing players, and they're doing it, and you're like,
I just put you in a dark room and put a bunch of obstacles in the way to tell you to go to town. And then that's your torture. Start running in crap.
Just Legos. Just like strew the whole floor with Legos.
Yes.
I think I find a very distinct difference in my behavior when I stub my toe versus I hit my funny bone. If I hit my funny bone, I actually kind of want to laugh and go, damn, that hurt. If I stub my toe, I want to kill somebody.
Yeah. That's so true.
For everybody, if I just go with funny bone.
Yeah. Bakes?
Yeah, I'm going with the funny bone, kind of like what Josh was saying. Funny bone is like surprise, stubbing your toe is like borderline homicidal for a little bit. So.
It is. It really is.
It's like debilitating. I stub my toe and I kind of crumple up into a ball and fall over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worse when somebody's standing there and they go, "Are you okay?" And you're just like, just don't talk.
Yeah, just stop talking. Just,
And let me think about this for a minute.
Yeah.
Same thing if you bite your tongue. Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
Your cheek.
You never bite it just once. You're always going to bite it a second time.
Yeah.
I stub my toes a lot, and
You do.
I've broken my toes so many times. Like it, I would show you my foot, but it's disgusting how crooked my toes are. It's really.
I love it.
So instead, I can show you that it looks like this right now.
Oh, okay.
You call these How to Train Your Dragon slippers?
Nice.
Um, I'd rather hit my funny bone,
It's true. But it's
especially if that means I don't have to stub my toes anymore.
that tingle, man. There was I watched The Blacklist, which I think is a fantastic show, and there's a part where he is like, "Oh, did you know that there are a bunch of like super sensitive nerve endings like right here?" And just pokes at them. So maybe that's what happens when you hit your funny bone.
Yeah, there's no bone that you're hitting. Not really.
Well, I know it's not a bone. It's my pouty face.
Also very similar to your I just ate a Sour Patch Kid face.
No. Yes.
Would you rather stick bamboo shoots under your toenails and kick a wall,
What the heck?
What?
Or anything else in the whole world.
or pull out 3 of your teeth with pliers?
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, that's me. I just made that one up.
yeah, I go teeth.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go teeth.
How many do you have to put them under all 5 toes?
Under all 5 toes.
Oh, and then you have to kick the wall on
And
top
then
of
kick
it?
the wall.
Hmm.
You just slide them into place and then kick the wall.
Like,
Oh, you don't... Wait.
gently.
You don't have to jam them in. You slide them
Oh.
into place. Kicking the wall is what's going to jam them in.
Hmm.
That
Yes,
would.
let's kick the wall with that foot. Not funny bone.
Do we get to pick which 3 teeth?
I actually pulled one of my own teeth out before, so I have experience with this. So I would definitely go with.
I think I remember you telling me this story. Yeah. Teeth. I know you really dislike teeth. Things happening to teeth.
I do. I'm kicking the wall. I don't have to think about that one.
Well, his
My
toes
teeth
are
won't
already...
grow back. My teeth. Yes, the whole.
Whoever had something accidentally slip underneath your fingernail?
Yeah.
It's almost
It hurts and whatever.
Well, did you hear him? He's already got yuck feet anyways. Let's just add some bamboo. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll make his toes straight. I don't even know.
here.
I'm just saying, my teeth aren't growing back. My toes will hurt a lot, but they, it'll heal.
Yeah, but maybe your psyche won't.
Yeah. I do know, at least I think I do, that when they want to get truth out of you, they'll do the bamboo thing, not so much grab and pulling teeth out.
They do.
Now, when they break off your teeth, that is wrong.
What about your teeth?
If you break teeth instead of just pull one out, if
Oh.
you break them, then you have raw nerve just sitting there. Yeah, bad juju.
Yeah, that hurts. I've done that.
See?
Kaylin, what are you doing?
I think I'm going with the teeth because then, like, the prideful side of me is like, well, I can always, have my teeth, like, I can get fake
Like a
teeth, so.
bridge in here.
Yeah.
Then you'll go in teeth. And I'm glad you didn't go teeth because I'm kind of shallow, so.
Yeah. See?
If you were a kid, you'd be out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Snaggletooth, gone. I don't care if you just won the Nobel Prize. Get out.
You're missing a tooth.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Nope. Got toes jammed with bamboo, but
I'm taking a couple teeth. Can we make it 4 at least? I mean, you can't be lopsided. That'd
no,
be horrible.
It was deliberately 3 to be asymmetric.
Ugh. No.
Well,
Well, I'm going to pull 4 just to spite myself.
You can't stop me.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
I didn't think anyone would be asking for, can I pull more?
Not the answer we were expecting.
Went up to 4 instead of going down to 2.
Well, I knew we would go for the 2, so I had to go. Yeah. All right, fine. Good. I like that one. Yeah, that's good. That one's gross.
Well, you go.
No.
Is it like an always thing? Or
Yeah. So would you rather always have your fly down, or always have like this much of your belly stick out from your shirt?
Fly.
Yeah?
Mm.
I mean, and it's not just like your fly's down. Like, it's very always noticeable that your fly
Well,
is
you
down.
can make that funny. You can never make your gut hanging out.
Paint a smiley face on it?
You can try, but it's still nah.
Okay, so Josh is going with the fly.
I'm right there with you. Fly for sure.
Okay, so what if I upped the ante and I said that you couldn't
Oh,
wear
no, here he
underpants
goes.
either? It's your
What?
Your fly is always down, no underpants.
Well, that's just entertaining too.
That's yuck.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you awkward to go to parent-teacher conferences.
Okay, Aylin, so what are we doing?
I'm going with the fly down. I'm a girl. Really. It's not going to make that much of a difference. I got undies on most of the time. So.
I said no underwear.
Oh, no underwear at all?
You're
Oh.
overdressed. Stop it.
I think I'm still going with the undies, or with the fly down.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just wear long shirts.
No, people have to know that your fly is down.
Keep on adding rules to this.
Under a sign that says my fly is down under this shirt.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. I want that shirt anyway.
Yeah.
Right now, actually.
Bakes, what are you doing?
I don't know. I can't decide. I guess I'd probably have to go with the fly thing.
Yeah? Man.
But, well, I don't know.
I think I would go. I guess I really don't care if people see whatever. But I did go through a period of my life where the bottom of my belly hung out. And honestly,
Yeah, no, that's called pregnancy, and it's not
Yeah,
like
everybody's like, oh, it's so cute all the time.
foot right there.
No, I'm saying, like, I always thought, can't they feel that their belly is exposed? And the answer is no. No, you can't. You cannot tell that your belly is sticking out of your shirt. You look like a fool. Nobody's telling you. Sad face.
I will make an exception. that if my abs were like
Jet Li.
Tyler
Lee.
Durst,
Tyler Durden, nicely.
there you go, then I would be like, you can keep my fly up all day. I'll let all that hang out. Sadly, we are not there, and thus we will be going with the fly.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Well, if my abs look like Tyler Durden, then I would too.
Revising my statement with the abs of Bruce Lee. No. Would you rather always have something stuck in your teeth or always have something stuck in your nose?
Ew.
Or hang yourself.
And you're first. You're first, Dalen.
I'd rather have something stuck in my teeth, because if you have something stuck in your nose, like, that's just so much grosser. Ew. And it would affect your breathing.
And it's unsafe. Yeah.
And it's just gross.
Whew.
Tell me how you really feel.
So passionate about this subject.
I know. Okay.
You know, I work with a lot of kids, and I blow way too many noses, and yeah, that's just gross.
They make specific boogie wipes. I didn't know this, but yeah. I don't see how they're any different than a regular Kleenex, but they're marketed as boogie wipes.
Wow, that's a genius right there.
I know.
They sing them.
Scratch off Kleenex, put boogie wipe on the thing, mark them up about $3. You got it.
They come in this nice little green, like booger-colored green thing.
Ew.
In case you were questioning, and it's like that. Your sick green snot color. You know what I'm talking about?
Ew.
Sorry.
So gross.
Thank you for that journey.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. So what are you doing? Got stuff in your teeth or in your nose?
Man, I can't do nose. I have to go teeth. As somebody who is as tall as I am, I'm perpetually concerned that people are seeing up my nose anyway, and I'm always like, I'm always, concerned about that. So I'm gonna go teeth.
All right. What are you doing, Bakes?
I do teeth too. The nose thing would freak me out a little too much.
What about you?
Teeth.
Really?
Yeah, I like breathing.
Who said I had to obstruct your breathing?
It sounds like it would.
No.
I like breathing.
What are you doing?
I don't.
Yeah, it's your question.
I can't have things in my teeth. I can't. I like obsessively compulsively floss my teeth. I can't have that. And I don't know. I kind of feel like I have things in my nose all the time. It's kind of petite, so maybe people can't see it. I don't know. I got my nose pierced this year, and I kind of always feel like there is always something in my nose. But you know what I mean? I didn't say it had to be a booger. You guys are so boogers.
Like what, a quarter?
If you can fit a quarter in your strill.
I will give you 50 cents.
Okay, this is exactly how I got a quarter stuck in my nose. Is this conversation right here? When I was
Matching
a teenager, people were like, "You can't," and I did, and it went way far up, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die."
How far up can a quarter go?
You can go
My
pretty far.
girlfriend got some tweezers, and she's like, "Just hold still," and I'm like, "Okay," and they pull it out. Yeah, it went like where I was up there.
Oh.
Yeah, I had some kid at school was like, hey, look at these funny LED magnets, and then they slumped together and they went up his nose, and they couldn't he went to the emergency.
Like an urban legend you would hear, and that actually happened.
It did, and the LED lights were still going.
It's weird. You're like, "Oh, let's go to the club right now."
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was not good. They got it out though. It's good. Anyway, last one.
2 more.
2 more.
Yep, I've got one written up the side.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather you be famous or your significant other be famous? And start with iBakes on this one.
Significant other. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I hate attention, so that would not go well for me.
It's fair. Are you?
Oh, I'd be famous. I don't have a significant other, so we'll just go me.
Well, if you had one.
Oh, me.
Fair enough.
Aileen?
My particular significant other right now would do a lot better things with his fame than I would. But he's a far more noble person. So I'd rather let him be the famous one. He would do a lot more. He'd do more good things with it than I would.
How about you?
I would let him be the famous one. I'm kind of banking on it.
Hopefully he feels that same way because it'd be awkward.
I'd be fine with being the famous one. I think I'm a mean enough person to be able to tell people to just kind of leave me alone anyway. I don't think it would be a pestering sort of thing.
That was not me, for the record.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. I don't understand. I hate these stupid updates because I never freaking figure them out, and then they're not any better. And so then I'm like, oh, now my phone's all synced in my computer, and then it's not, and then it's iMessage here, no iMessage there, la 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 la. Oh, you didn't answer your text message fast enough. It's gonna flash on the computer for everybody to read. La 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 la.
All those
Clearly, there's some anger issues that we should try to resolve.
All Asians not good with devices. God, throwing my phone. I don't understand how it works. What is that?
This is my significant other. She's already famous.
That's a 6+. Thing's large.
Yeah, that's a 6+, which looked kind of normal in my hand.
It does. I was gonna say that.
I know, that looks the same size as this one does in my hand. But
Right. But if I put it in Julia's hand, it looked like my other computer. Yeah.
I know. Look at how big this one looks in my hand, and this is the 5S.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can barely hang on to this
this
humdinger.
is a Galaxy.
Dinger.
But anyway, sorry. Yes, that was me. I don't know how to make this happen with that without. Meh.
Interesting.
Anywho.
Alright, let's go one more. And, looks like two more. Mr. Wolf has another question
Oh, he needs
that
to
hopefully
stop.
doesn't involve giving up. I
The
think.
Lovin's.
Well, let's do this other one first, and then we can go do. Well, no, we'll do Mr. Wolf's first in case he's got another one after that. Rather, I haven't read this.
He's all night just answering his questions.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a mute.
I haven't read this in advance, so bear with me. Would you rather be forced to poop in an open room with 20 strangers watching, or have to watch each of the 20 strangers go poop individually?
Ew.
I'll drop the dudes by myself, thanks.
I'd rather them watch me because I don't want that memory in my head of watching them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it just like a one-time deal, or every time we go poop?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mr.
Ew.
Wolf, answer. You're still there, I think.
Because if it's like a one-time,
I don't think it'd make any difference for me. It'll be me.
I don't know.
They can watch every time.
Well, I guess
I don't care. Then it's at least over. You know what I mean? Think about the time commitment of waiting for 20 strangers.
Yeah, one guy's constipated, your whole night's taken up. You're like, come on!
Exactly.
Can you be doing other things while they're going? Like, can you be on your phone? Do you have to just stare at them intently into their eyes, into their soul? What did you eat today?
It says
I'll find
have to
out.
watch, so I
Oh.
assume you have to, watch.
I really wish I wasn't a nervous pooer at this moment.
Instead of every time.
He says every time.
I'm watching 20 poopers.
Oh. Oh, that would take forever.
It might. I don't know.
Yeah, you who's all about efficiency.
I do not like having people around when that happens.
I'll read him a story. I
Yeah,
don't know.
between grunts.
No. You hear that, Wolf? I will watch 20 people poop just so I can have my privacy.
Wow. If I were the picker, then I'd like pick some of the nastiest Walmart-ish people to have you watch.
Walmart-ish.
Because you have to stare at them.
Oh, I could make it awkward. See, that's what I'm
So
saying.
should we up this and say that in both cases you have to be within 4 feet?
Ew.
Within 4 feet.
Maybe for 20 people within 5 feet, there's some space issues there. 5 foot radius.
Poor Susan does not like this conversation.
So you're gonna poop in front of strangers?
Yep.
What about you, Bakes? Are you pooping in front of strangers?
I'd watch. Again, with the attention thing. I don't like attention, so
Let's watch.
I'd rather watch, yeah.
I just can't bring myself to. I would just never go.
At
You
least
don't want
the first 16 years of my life, I very, very perfectly developed the skill of tuning people out to the point where they no longer exist for me. I feel like I could utilize that skill pretty easily. You tap right into that.
No, pooping is no good. No good. Peeing, that's different, but pooping? No. Alright. I hate you, Mr. Wolf. I'm just kidding. I don't really.
He needs to be on here.
Yeah, Mr. Wolf, if you're still watching,
He should be. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Women don't poop.
See?
Just don't. Hmm.
I just had to put it in there for the record.
Exactly.
It's a real true fact. Women do not poop. So,
if you're still watching, Mr. Wolf, you've got to come on here soon. One more question
Good, because
from
we cannot end on that one.
Right. We only have 11% of my battery left.
from singing. Would you rather be characterized as being very nice to people, or be characterized as a mean person who can stand up for yourself, stand up for them? You know, what I mean?
wait, what was the last part?
You're mean, but you can stand up for yourself.
So either you're nice and a doormat, or you're mean and you stand up for yourself. Am I getting this?
There's not necessarily the. Yeah.
It didn't say doormat.
Well, the adding the but stand up for yourself on the end of the second part kind of makes me feel like if you're nice, you can't stand up for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
implied message. Susan R. says it just smells like roses.
Smells like roses.
I'm looking for that question. Where is that question?
And sparkles.
And glitter. I'm just kidding.
So are we just modifying the question now to say mean but pushed around, or mean?
Nice but a doormat, or mean but stand up for yourself.
You mean all the time?
It's just how you're characterized, how people view you.
Do I get to have that guy with me, the naturalist shooter, all the time? Because if I do, I'm going to go with the first one.
Okay, so it's not necessarily true about your person.
It doesn't have to be true, it's just how people view you.
Oh, interesting. I'd rather be viewed as a nice guy that gets pushed around
Yeah, I think I would too.
What do rainbows smell like?
and then crush them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would go for being characterized as nice. But
You get a lot further that way.
Hmm?
You get a lot further that way.
yeah, that's true. What about you, Bakes? Are you nice? You nice girl? You mean?
I'd probably be nice, I guess. I'd rather people not be afraid of me.
No, you. Sorry.
I'm fine with people thinking I'm a nice person and whatever. I think that happens anyway. I think I'm meaner than people think I am, but that's okay. It works out really well.
I think people think I'm meaner than I really am. So,
People attack you, or at least on the app. Like I feel like you get these crazy things that happen. Like if I would say the exact same thing as you in the exact same way, I feel like people would be nicer about it.
yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I just have a talent of attracting the people, I guess.
What about you, Aylin? Are you nice?
You know what? I'm kind of seen that way now. I have to play a lot of politics at work, with power struggles and things. So I come across as very nice and very sweet. But I have a way of getting things the way that they need to be with people still thinking that I'm really nice and sweet. So I will go with that because it has been working fabulously.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to. I'm sorry, everybody. I got cut out. I'm at 7%, and my computer's gonna die in a second. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are actually calling that the end.
So thanks for being on our show.
Yes.
That was fun.
Thank you very much. We'd love to have you back. You too, Aylin, but I assume you'll be back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
All right. I'm out.
Cool. Thanks for
Yeah.
being on. Thanks for everyone who watched. And
See you next
see you next time.
Yeah, I gotta get. See ya.